The 2025 NBA draft class has been absolutely insane coming into it. Everyone knew this draft class was to be good, but no one expected it to be this good. I mean, we're looking at a lot of all-star level players. We have over 11 rookies averaging 10 points per game or more. That is like absolutely insane, and they all show all-star level potential. And especially the top 5 picks of this draft all show superstar potential. And that's what I want to talk about in depth today because I don't think they're getting enough credit in that a lot of people are normalizing the crazy things that we're doing. Starting off with Cooper Flag coming into this draft, everyone knew how great Cooper Flag was going to be. Looking at him in Duke, he's always looked very comfortable and have a veteran like presence on the court. His defensive capabilities have always were super good in college. They have always been really good. He's had great scoring potential. He has the ability to make a mid-range shot, three-point shot. He shows great potential in all levels of scoring, and he also has a really great ability of being able to pass and have a playmaking feel. That is something that is such a good thing to have if you want to have the aspirations of being a star player in this league. And Cooper Flag had all of it. He looked very versatile. Player comps like Jason Tatum, LeBron James, a player that can kind of do it all kind of type of wing. And coming in this season, we all thought he was going to be ready and great, win Rookie of the Year, but no one expected him to be this good. Like, he's way ahead of schedule. He's averaging 21, 6, and 4, one Rookie of the Year, and he's already putting up like all-star numbers. And I would be shocked if he didn't make an all-star team next year. And it's also looking at the Mavericks, like how long are they going to be able to tank for when you have a Cooper Flag on your team? I mean, he just really is going to elevate the field so well. They're already like their wins with their roster was higher than expected after trading away Anthony Davis and like kind of blowing up the team a little bit. And he's really living up to that generational label that he was put on all last season. And I really didn't even believe in that. I thought Cooper Flag was going to come in the season and have a great rookie year, but I didn't expect him to be on this level of great. I mean, even Najee Marshall went up to the Mavericks front office and was basically begging them to, well, allegedly, basically telling them that he wants to stay with them the whole career so that we can witness the greatness of Cooper Flag because that's how great he thinks he is. And you can see it on the court with the trust in his teammates. There's this one clip of him giving a look away pass to Najee Marshall, and he just thinks it's cash money. He thinks it's great, so he just so much trust in his teammates. He has a real veteran like presence, and this guy is the youngest guy in the draft class. This guy is 19 years old, freshly 19, and he's putting up these numbers playing against grown men. And you got to think, like, what's going to happen when this guy gets stronger? He starts working out. He develops his feel more. He develops his shot more. And this is really like a scary thing to think of because, there's so much talent coming into the league with Victor Wembanyama and Cooper Flag back, like pretty much almost back-to-back drafts. We forget about the 2024 draft. But he has so much great defensive upside as well. Like, this guy is going to be making all defensive teams and putting up MVP statistics. Like, he's really feeling like the next coming of LeBron James. And their play styles aren't exactly the most similar, like, copyright, straight copies. But Cooper Flag is still coming out here. Youngest player ever to drop 50 points in a game. He has been absolutely insane. And he's even come up in big games, like even playing against LeBron. He dropped like 45, 8, and 8 against LeBron James. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous in your rookie season. The last 5 games of the season, he was averaging like so much points, like 35 or something like that. He was going absolutely insane. He's definitely deserving of Rookie of the Year, but there was definitely a close race between him and Concanipua. And especially talking about that rival game where they played against each other. He dropped 49 points against Concanipula. I mean, that's just a really good statement game for your case for Rookie of the Year. And I cannot wait to see how Cooper Flag progresses. And I can't wait to see how the Mavericks bounce back after trading away Luka Doncic and firing Nico Harrison. Absolutely insane and generational. He's living up to it. Moving on to the next guy, Concanipple. Concanipple has to be the most surprising draft pick of this draft. Not surprising where he was drafted at, but surprising about how good he is already. He was one of those guys where you pick because of his floor. His floor is very steady. You know, no matter what, he's going to be a good shooter. He's going to contribute on defense. He's going to play hard. He has some playmaking feel. But he came out the gates and he's averaging over 18 points per game, and he led the league in 3-point make. 3-point makes. Of course, Steph Curry was injured. Anthony Edwards had some injuries during the season, and Concanipple did play 81 games. But nonetheless, he's a rookie shooting over 40% from 3, making the most threes in the game, and contributing to a historic Hornets season because the Hornets have been a pretty poverty franchise their like whole existence, and they haven't really had much playoff hope as of recent. LaMelo Ball has never been in the playoffs, and they didn't make the playoffs this year, but Concanipple came out there and gave them a fighting chance, and they really boosted. They were like the best team in the league for like a month or two. They had like great offensive rating and defensive rating. And Concanipple has broken like so many 3-point rookie records, so much efficiency. And I know statistically and contributing winning wise, he would be the favorite for rookie of the year. It's just when you're looking at Cooper Flag, it's just so amazing. And he's scoring 50 points. He's basically scored 50 twice this season as a rookie, which is absolutely insane. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Concanipple has contributed the most towards winning as a rookie this season. I mean, the Hornets have been absolutely awesome, having a trio of offensive creators, LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Concanipple, having that ability to have that movement shooter, that shooter off the catch. His touch is so good. Like, he is unbothered. There's so many, like, shots that he puts up that you don't think is going to go in, but they do go in because it is Concanipple. And it's really insane to see how he's going to progress because, like, we're looking at the next coming of Klay Thompson here, a movement shooter. But guess what? Now he has he has a lot better passing feel, and you could put him on the ball, and he can create a little bit. He just plays so, like, which is such a veteran presence, and he moves the ball around. He makes the right shot, tough decision, great pick and roll player. I mean, he's really built for this league, and he does have great positional size. So, like, even though he might not be he does have some athletic downsides. He may not be the best athlete. He's still, like, stocky and built big enough to guard a larger wing or something like that, and at least hold them off. Like, he's not going to be guarding star players or doing anything like that, but he could get in the passing lanes and create his defensive opportunities from there. And he has so much upside. And I don't blame anyone who had him picking for Rookie of the Year because he has been that good. His shooting is absolutely elite, and I'm going to say it. He is going to break Steph Curry's 3-point shot record. Even though he did not win Rookie of the Year, they might as well have given the co-award. They might have just as well split the award and give it to both of them because of how good they are. And these people were on the same college team that didn't even win the tournament, which is absolutely insane to me. Because alongside, they also had a lot of phenomenal other NBA players as well. So Concanipple is going unappreciated because his game is kind of boring. His game is kind of slow. He's a really good shooter, but a lot of the times he is just kind of like, he's slow, unathletic. He doesn't have a whole lot of, like, highlights. A lot of his highlights are, like, kind of normal activity. But Concanipple is a generational shooter, and he will break that 3-point record. And I guarantee it. I would say he's the biggest surprise here, but I have another person coming up who is an even bigger surprise than Concanipple. VJ Edgecombe, the generator, is the most shocking player in this draft. I don't even know how to, like, really start. First off, the first game of the season, he drops 34 points and he breaks, like, records for most points in a rookie debut since, like, the 90s, which is absolutely insane. He just looks so comfortable, and he continued on, and throughout the whole first month, he's like, this rookie's averaging over 20 points per game, which is absolutely insane. He did eventually hit a wall and slow down, but VJ Edgecombe is still is still so surprising because he averaged over 16 points per game this season. And watching him at Baylor in college, he didn't look like this was going to be him right away. He was more of a catch and shoot player. He had a lot of, like, great defensive upside. He was like an on-ball pass, off-ball pass, and he had the ability to get really easy buckets in transition. His athleticism is absolutely insane. One of the best athlete in the draft, and his shot was like a question in the season if we could actually help and develop it. And lo and behold, this season, his best attribute besides his athleticism has been his shot. His ability to get to pull-up jumpers is really, really impressive for a rookie. He can get the mid-range 3-point shot, and he's all shooting them at really great high percentages. And it's really, like, this potential is insane with him and Tyrese Maxey, VJ Max in the backcourt. That's the fastest, most athletic backcourt we have ever seen in this league. I mean, I can't think of anything off the top of my head of anyone more athletic than that. Unless if you put Asar and Amen Thompson, a point guard or shooting guard on a team, I don't know anyone who's beating that. VJ Edgecombe, I mean, he's defensively, his athleticism allows him to do so much. He can get in the passing lanes, he can get the steal, he can disrupt you, and he can fly across the screen and give you a block like LeBron James. And it's just really insane to see him because I was such a big fan of VJ Edgecombe in Baylor. I watched a lot of highlights and a lot of clips, a lot of games about him because he was so interesting to me because I really like that defensive oriented, high athleticism type of dude with a good shot upside. But he comes into the season and he immediately takes over as one of the best rookies this season. and he still like didn't even sniff the top 2, which is absolutely insane because of how good and strong the Con Knipple and Cooper Flag argument was. But I don't want people, but people shouldn't really forget about VJ Edgecombe, because even today in the playoffs, as recording this, he is still putting up numbers. He had 30 points and 10 rebounds in a victory against the Boston Celtics, the favorites to exit out the East. And he's just so ready as at the start of his career, and it's really surprising for a player, for this many players to be ready, NBA ready already. Especially BJ Edgecombe, who was someone who I looked at for his upside, not his current now availability. And he came out here and he shows both upside and availability. Absolutely, they call him the generator. That is absolutely insane. This guy is, he might be my favorite player in this draft. Not quite. Not quite. Next guy I'm going to talk about is my favorite player in this draft. Let's get into it. The Spurs guard Dylan Harper, the second overall pick, has been absolutely insane. A lot of people don't talk about it because he is playing a bench role. He's not starting like all the other people. He didn't get drafted by a franchise that's not really, like, the Spurs are contending. They're probably second favorite for contending behind OKC. And so Dylan Harper's role hasn't been like he's on a bad team just putting up numbers. He's being a little bit more quiet. He averaged a little bit over 11 points per game. He shot it really efficiently, and he did all this and all that. And it's really being overshadowed by these other people. But don't get, like, in a redraft, Dylan Harper still goes number 2 because of that upside. Dylan Harper's upside, and I guarantee it, I'm going to mark my words, Dylan Harper will be a superstar in this league. We have never seen a guard that has been this ready, finishing around the rim. I mean, he's shooting like what is it, 67% around the rim? Absolutely insane for a rookie guard. That's the one thing you look at for a rookie guard, is they're not able to really shoot the ball very efficiently. They have a lot of turnovers. It's the complete opposite with Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper has shooting great efficiency, especially after All-Star break. He's shooting like over 40% for 3, and he's shooting his amazing splits from the rim, and he's not turning the ball over. Of course, his usage isn't as high as the other rookies, but you can see it on the court. His handle is a lot better. He's making a lot more smart decisions with the guard, and he's a bigger guard, so he's not being bullied defensively. So usually a guard like this won't be able to play on a playoff team. But Dylan Harper is going out there, and he had a historic night against the Trailblazers in the playoffs, having 27 points on like 90% true shooting, which is absolutely historic. You don't see that from a rookie guard. I mean, we looking at guards of the past, like players like Cade Cunningham even struggled. He was a big guard, but he struggled with turnovers and stuff like that, whatnot. Darius Garland, all these like guards usually come into a draft and they struggle with a lot of this turnover shooting stuff right away. But Dylan Harper, of course, he is playing with a lot of good teammates who are getting better shots for him, but that's not to discredit him for what he is creating out there on the court. Dylan Harper has the best like driving ability I've seen from a guard prospect, and the fact that this is his first year, this is the worst we'll ever going to see him around the rim, most likely, is absolutely insane. His athleticism isn't even off the charts either. Like, he's a really good athlete, but it's really just that touch around the rim. He can finesse and go around and make interior passes if the shot isn't open, and it's absolutely insane what we're looking at here, and it's so smooth and so crafty, and I really do think it's going under the radar because this guy is a potential superstar in the making, and I would be shocked if this guy is not a multi-time All-Star, multi-time All-NBA talent, because that's how high I am on him. I was my favorite player coming out the draft. That ability to play make and shoot and and finish around the rim is real. It's so real, and he's definitely going to come to it and become one of the best players in this draft. And I wouldn't of course, Cooper Flag's going to be the best player in this draft, but Dylan Harper, in my opinion, is solidified number 2, and I don't think it'll be anything different than that. Another rookie, the 5th overall pick, Ace Bailey. He was projected as a top 3 in this draft, but he had a lot of complaints with different teams, and he was banished to the Utah Jazz, which is why a lot of people don't probably know about a lot of the stuff that he has going on. But Ace Bailey's way ahead of schedule as well. I mean, Ace Bailey is looking like a really, really solid scorer coming out. He's shooting really solid splits for a rookie. His shot looks real. He has a great ability to get to the basket, catch and shoot shots. He's looking like Lauri Markkanen 2.0, but he does have a little bit more passing feel, and he's able to create for others a little bit better. He can create off the dribble a little bit better as well, I think. He had a very slow start to the season due to a lot of injuries that he had going on, but Ace Bailey is still, in my opinion, still should be viewed as one of those top guys in the draft because he's going out here and he's one of the best scorers in the league, and there is such a floor with that, and he has great size. So defensively, he's never going to be a liability, I don't think. So a contending team could definitely pick him up later. I do think he is an all-star level talent. I'm not sure if I would picture him as a superstar, but he does believe that in himself, and that is a very important part. If you don't have that belief in yourself that you can be a superstar one day, then it's probably not going to happen. But Ace Bailey is a player who is thinking of himself as a superstar, and he has that superstar potential. And I'm not going to say he's wrong because he does have great shot, great size. He has great athleticism ability. He can really come out there and dunk on you. And he's looking like what Michael Porter Jr. could have potentially been if he never got those back injuries. And if that's the case, I would love to see how this plays out because he is such a great scorer. And he's really getting underrated because he's banished to Utah, and Utah has been a laughing stock all season. Um, just how they have been every season. No one really wants to sit down and watch a full Utah game. And he's also being outshined by Con Knipple, VJ Edgecombe, and Cooper Flagg, the top 3 players in the Rookie of the Year draft. And obviously Dylan Harper is on the Spurs, which everyone is watching right now. So he's been really outshined, but I don't think anyone should sleep on Ace Bailey because especially after All-Star break, he was averaging over 18 points on solid rookie efficiency. I mean, that's not something you just see all the time. So I'm excited to see how he takes a leap forward next season, especially because the Jazz did make a lot of moves and they should be in somewhat contention to make a play-in or a playoff spot. And I'm really interested to see how the narrative might change around Ace Bailey because he did go underrated, under the noticed for this season, and I think his scoring is really real, and I can't wait to see how it develop. I would be surprised if he was never a 20-point per game scorer in his career. I'm seeing a lot of potential of a 25 plus point per game scorer from him. His playmaking feel is a little iffy, and that might be where it sets him back from that all-star, all NBA superstar potential. But no one should be sleeping on him still. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much, and I would really appreciate it if you guys like and subscribe. I am a small channel. I am trying to grow, and let me know of any feedback of how to make a video better. I would really appreciate that. And I wanted to shout out some honorable mentions of players that I didn't really mention but still had quite amazing rookie seasons. Derek Queen, Carter Bryant, Cedric Howard, Colin Murray Boyle is a player that is still performing amazingly in the playoffs. Trey Johnson and Will Riley. All those players have played so great in their rookie seasons, and some of them are going to make rookie teams, and there's definitely all-star potential coming from a lot of them, and they have great personality and mentality, and I can't wait to see how they develop. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you made it this far, let me know in the comments who your favorite rookie was this season.